very good morning and welcome to yet another edition of the Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team this morning, I'm Jed Abdin. We start off with a look at your headlines.
Newsfirst headline.
In headlines, President AKD expresses gratitude to China for debt restructuring support and economic aid. 13 days after naval speedboat hits ferry off Mumbai. And in sports, knee injury forces Healy to play as batter only against New Zealand. And now to those stories in detail. In local news, President Anurakumar Dissanayake has expressed gratitude on the Chinese government for its support in debt restructuring and for providing financial assistance to Sri Lanka during the economic crisis. The president made this statement during a meeting with Kin Boyong, Vice Chairwoman of the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, which took place at the Parliamentary Complex yesterday. Kin Boyong emphasized the importance of further strengthening the long-standing relationship between China and Sri Lanka with a focus on cooperation with the new government going forward. President Dissanayake expressed his appreciation for China's aid during Sri Lanka's crisis situations, including the provision of school uniforms for children. The president also highlighted that continued Chinese support would be essential. He pointed out that the unfinished section of the Central Expressway, which is under Chinese involvement, needs to be completed. He further expressed hopes of expediting projects related to the Colombo Port City and Hambantota district, as well as commencing institutional projects. In addition to initiating these projects, the president also mentioned the intention to resume marine research activities, which had been stalled for various reasons, and emphasized the importance of moving forward with these initiatives. Kin Boyong also shared expectations of providing better global access to Sri Lanka by establishing Chinese companies within the Hambantota investment zone. Furthermore, she confirmed that arrangements have been made for President Disanayake's upcoming visit to China. In more local news, the Chinese embassy in Sri Lanka has decided to distribute aid packages among people belonging to 2,000 families in the eastern province who affected by heavy rainfall and adverse weather conditions. Governor of the Eastern Province, Professor Jayantalal Ratnasekara, says that the aid packages will be distributed promptly once received from the embassy. He adds that the distribution process will cover all 3 districts in the province. Meanwhile, the governor also points out that instructions have been given to relevant authorities to take steps to reduce natural disasters in the Eastern Province. He adds that special attention has been paid to the areas that have been submerged for many days due to water levels not receding. And up next is international news.
International news.
In news overseas, it's some tragic news. At least 13 people have died after an Indian naval speedboat lost control and hit a passenger ferry off the coast of Mumbai, a Navy spokesperson has confirmed. Now, according to the Maharashtra State Chief Minister, 3 Navy personnel are among the dead while more than 100 people have been rescued. Footage of the incident posted online shows the speedboat circling before smashing into the ferry, which later capsized. The Indian Navy said there had been an engine malfunction. Now move on to your update on sports.
Sports news.
And coming to sports, Australia captain Alyssa Healy's niggling knee will prevent her from keeping wickets in the ODI series against New Zealand. But the captain is hopeful she can play as a batter in all 3 games to ready herself for the Ashes in January, while Beth Mooney will continue filling in for Healy behind the stumps starting in Thursday's series opener at the Basing Reserve in Wellington. And with that, we wrap up this edition of the Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the News First team, I've been Joe Abdin. Have a nice day.